Welcome back to another video. I'm here with Dave Parry from Canon, who is joining us with a brand new camera once again. Dave, you brought the R5C.
Yes, correct, yep.
Which is similar to an R5, shares a lot of DNA, but also is very different, right?
Yeah, yes, it really is. This is a R series camera, but it's designed for the videographer. So this is the video first product. If you think about the R5, that is a stills first product that shoots video. This is a video first product that can also shoot stills. So it's coming at it a different way. But it shares, as you say, a lot of the DNA with the R5s in the sensor, the processor, and the lens mount as well. Actually, the screen, even though it looks different size, the screen on the back and the viewfinder is actually the same from the R5 as well. So this lovely screen is on this one, yeah.
Okay, cool. And we were just testing it out down by the sea, and it is really obvious when you start it up that it is geared towards video, especially because it's now got the photo video switch, isn't it? And when you pop on that video mode, it feels, we were talking about, more like the kind of cinema cameras, doesn't it? It has a lot of that sort of DNA in it as well. Yeah,
if you're familiar with using the Cinema EOS cameras, you will instantly feel comfortable with this. When you boot it up into video mode, it fires up as a Cinema EOS product. The menu's different, as in the menu is from Cinema EOS, not from a standard EOS, and even the button layout and the way you use the buttons is very similar to a Cinema EOS product.
And in terms of the kind of look and the feel of the camera, you can probably see, I'll pop some stuff up on the screen, got big old airflow and exhaust and stuff like that, so there's absolutely no problems here with kind of heat dispersion or anything like that. You can film 8K, we were talking about, for a decent chunk of time as well.
Well, yeah, there's so you can see the way we've designed this one. You can see the vent system inside this, and also this one doesn't have in-body IS. So you can see that this has been designed specifically for dissipating that heat to enable you to shoot for much, much longer periods of time. And that's why this looks so different to a standard R5. This is what you've got to do to get rid of that heat so you can shoot. And the limitation on here now is battery power and the memory card. So there's no limitation as far as heat's concerned with this product. And yes, as you mentioned, it does 8K 30p. It will actually also do 60. So it will do 8K 60p.
And that's in RAW?
So that is in RAW, yep, that's RAW. To do the 8K 60p, you do need an external power. So we recommend either running it from the mains or using a different kind of power source. You're using a lot of energy with this camera because of what it can do, in video. You've got, let's say, the RAW capabilities. You've got lots of different things that you can do on here. You can do all the, the HDR type shooting as well. For this continuous period of time, it is using a lot of power. So yes, to do the 8K 60p, you need an external power source.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That feels like it's the kind of right move as well. So if you were looking at this as like a professional videographer, this is the one over the R5 you'd be looking to go for?
Yes, I mean, this has a lot of things that the R5 doesn't have, because when you fire this up in video mode, it completely resets itself into a video camera. This enables you to actually have more features on here that you couldn't have on the R5, because the R5 is designed to do both stills and video, and you can do stills and video at the same time on the R5. You can't with this one. You either have it as a stills camera, and if you have it as a stills camera, it's almost exactly the same as the R5, except for the in-body IS and that it's got the new accessory shoe on the top. But then if you fire it up in video, it is a Cinema EOS product. You have loads of stuff on here. There's too much to really mention now, but you've got like vector scopes, you've got waveform monitors and all this kind of stuff on here as well. You've got a new way of shooting with the ISO as well. You've got a dual base ISO system on here as well, which I've briefly played around with that and absolutely love it. So there's a lot of features on here which is tailored towards the videographer. As far as the body's concerned, we've mentioned about the fan system on here as well. You've also got a time code here as well, so you have the ability to connect it up to various products and use it in that sort of way. But great thing is it still uses the same memory cards as the R5, so you've got the CF Express and you've got the SD card slot on here as well, which is really good.
Awesome. So loads and loads of tools for kind of professional videography, like you're saying, vector scopes and all that kind of stuff, like loads of stuff built in. So, and then you can use it with the monitor, I guess, and all kinds of stuff, build out your kit.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a great tool, I guess. And where the R5 was hybrid photo video.
Yeah.
And this kind of is as well, I guess, because it can do the photo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do photo shooting with this as well, but this is more geared towards the video shooter. So that's why I keep saying video first. So if video is your priority, this is probably going to be the product for you, and you want to shoot a few stills as well. If you want to shoot stills but also like doing a little bit of video, the the R5 might be the better camera for you. So it really depends on what you want. Like I said, you could use this for still shooting, but you don't have the Embody IS. Which for a lot of people who shoot in stills, that is a key feature. In video shooting, Embody IS isn't quite so important because you get that sort of wobble effect.
Yeah.
So using you still has image stabilization. You've got the digital IS and you've got the in-lens IS as well on here. So you've still got a really nice autofocus, image stabilization system. Actually, I said autofocus then, didn't I? Perhaps we should mention that as well. So if you're shooting stills on this, you get the dual pixel CMOS AF2, which is the one where you get vehicle tracking, all that kind of thing. If you're shooting video on this, you don't get that. You get a different autofocus system, which is much more like what you get on Cinema EOS. So if you're using this in conjunction with other Cinema EOS products, you'll find that this handles in much more similar way to that. You can do a lot of adjustments with the autofocus on here. You still got head detection, you still got eye detection on here, but it handles much more like a Cinema EOS product as far as the autofocus is concerned. And I think that's an important point. To make sure that when people use this, if you're used to using Cinema EOS, you can jump onto this and add this into your workflow perfectly.
Brilliant. So I guess in that sense, it would work quite well as either a second camera or a B cam for some of the cinema cameras as well. Is that right?
Yeah. If you got 300 or 500 or 700 even, you could find this as a fantastic combination to those.
Yeah.
Obviously you've got the full frame sensor in here, so you've got much bigger sensor, so you will get a slightly different look and feel. But depending on how you're shooting, you could use this in the same way. What the beauty of using this with the other Cinema EOS products is the color profiles are very, very close to what you have on the other Cinema EOS products. So being able to mix that footage, it would be much easier to do.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for talking about that with us. We've got a full kind of first look review on the camera as well on our YouTube channel. It'll be on Facebook and everything as well, depending on where you're watching this. But all that's left for me to say is thanks very much, Dave.
That's all right, no problem.
And I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yep. Thank you.